Disney has released the 4th episode of The Bad Batch Season 3, and I thought it was okay. The episode follows Omega and Crosshair as they continue their escape from Tantus and crash land onto a planet called Lao. There, they have to quickly devise another plan to leave the planet since the Empire is still hot on their tails following their escape. But Omega and Crosshair have very different approaches on how to survive, so they have to find ways to cooperate and compromise and work together in order to find a way off of Lao. And while I liked watching these two characters interacting with one another, the little adventure they found themselves on just wasn't all that compelling to me. And I guess that's because this episode felt much lighter than the previous 3 episodes. Omega hustles her way through a card game in order to raise enough credits to catch a shuttle off the planet, and that just felt really easy and too low stakes for the dire situation that these characters were supposed to be in. But the events that unfolded weren't necessarily bad. I don't think this was a bad episode by any means. I just think the lighter tone of the episode, compared to the darker tone of the past 3 episodes, just reminded me of the fact that this is a children's cartoon. Especially considering how the episode ends as well. Yes, the Bad Batch reunion was rather nice and heartfelt, but I wish we could have gotten more time with Omega alone. If the reunion occurred later on in the season, it could have hit much harder and felt even more heartwarming. But this is technically episode 4, so if the episodes were all released weekly, then we would have seen Omega on her own for 4 full weeks, so maybe my issue lies more with Disney's scheduling and less with the narrative flow of the season itself. Regardless, I think the episode did end on an interesting note, since the tension between Crosshair and the Bad Batch team was clearly high. And the reconciliation between the team members may be a bit uneasy in the following episodes, so I would like to see how this development will eventually turn out. But I guess we'll see how these characters will fare in the next episode when it comes out on Tuesday.